It's the final few seconds before the lights go out and the race to the podium begins. You know this battle will be won off the track as well as on it. You've studied your tactics, anticipated every move like a grandmaster. You've researched and analysed, modified and fine-tuned to perfection. You have honed your instincts to give you an edge over your rivals. Your drivers focused, your team ready. The championship in the balance. First past the checkered flag, the goal. Epic victory or ultimate failure.
Welcome back, F1 Manager family, to another F1 Manager video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at strategies. Alright, so today's video we're going to be looking at two types of strategy. The 3-3-2 with hard tires in the middle, and we're going to be looking at the 3-2-3 with hard tires at the end. Alright, so what we're trying to figure out is which one of these strategies are faster, which both strategies can be used from the beginner series straight up to series 12, because I used both strategies in series 12. Sometimes I use one strategy in particular, the 3-2-3, as a trick strategy to kind of confuse my rivals. And since not a lot of person know about these strategies that I'm about to share, only subscribers or persons that watch Gaming with King know of these two techniques. So we're going to be sharing them today once again, so you guys can use them as well. Alright, so we're going to move away, put on our GP tune here. Also, there's an incoming GP, so it's time to go back into testing. This looks interesting. Sure, we'll be testing that later on. That looks very interesting. So that takes away 6 power for 10 seconds in pit. That looks very interesting. And at this level, let's test this. Yeah, let's still test this tune, as the aero reliability and grip remains the same. It's just about the power and the pit time here. So this is interesting. I've never thought of that before. So we gain 10 seconds for 6 power. Let's see how that works out as we test these techniques. Let's go series 12. So we're using Grosjean and Perez for this one. As you know, Perez is better than Albon on some of these tracks. I mean Kimi, I think I said Grosjean there. I mean Kimi and Perez. Perez is better than Albon on a few of these tracks in qualifying and performance. However, on the Spa, Albon is a lot better than him. Alright, let's see. Please do not be a wet race. Just be a wet qualifiers going into a dry race, because we need a dry race to demonstrate these strategies. Alright, so that could work. Alright, so the first one up is 3-3-2 with hard tires in the middle. So the 3-2-2 with hard tires in the middle, I have been using it a lot on my junior account, and then it's a very good strategy to use. You want to cut down and get 3 laps in there, nice and early. Cut your drivers down to conserve. Because these drivers are at max level, I have a lot more wiggle room. But at the lower level, when you're using this technique, you just want to get your drivers to do that first 3 laps. and then it's pushing to the finish from there. Both strategies require boosts after the first 3 laps. So both strategies are insanely good. So this is more like me showcasing these strategies more than testing them to see which one is faster. Kimi holding off Sebastian Vettel as he goes to pit, and we go for an extra lap. And we're going to come back to hard tires in the middle. As the technique says, 3-3-2 with hard tires in the middle. And you want to let them conserve straight into pit. You don't want to boost into pit because you're going to need that extra fuel in the end. So you want to let them conserve straight into pit. You can start boosting when you're close to the pits, like right there, and boosting Perez right there. So once we go to these hard tires, we're going to be in our boost phase. So you're going to get a lot of positions when drivers go to pit on these strategies. As you can see here, we're going to go back to pit in the 6th, or the rain is coming down, so we might have to go back to pit in the 5th. So normally you would go back to pit in the 6th lap, and then you would go for soft tires or whatever. If it's going to be wet at that point, you would go for wet tires. And as you can see right here, Perez has the undercut set up on the rivals Kimi. So if he would go to pit in the 5th here, and we would have got by once he goes to pit in the 5th. Alright, we can push for 6 laps as the rain is not out as yet. So we're gonna go for another extra lap, go for 6 laps and stick to the strategy. Then we're just gonna go back to wet tires. Normally you would go back to soft tires and boost to the finish from there, but we're gonna go back to wet tires. And there goes the rival going to pit again, and there goes the overcut as we go back to pit. So this technique can be used in every single series in the game, from series 1 at least. Let's not say every single series, because it requires that first lap to give you those 3 laps on soft tires. So if your drivers, once your drivers are saying 1 to 2 or 2 to 2, once your drivers are saying 2 to 2 laps on soft tires, then they can get 3 laps on those soft tires. And if they're saying 2 to 3 laps on soft tires, all the better. So if your drivers are saying 2 to 2 in the lower series, let's say you're just in series 2 or series 4 or one of those series, and your drivers are saying 2 to 2 on soft tires, you can get 3 laps on soft tires on every single track in the game. Once your drivers say 2 to 2, only thing, once you start off at the finish line, you don't want to start off with boost. You just want to cut down to conserve and let those drivers pick their positions and get comfortable and defend their positions, and let them conserve for 3 laps. Alright, then you go to hard tires in the middle, and push to the finish from there. So we made it to the finish line. As you see, we used all of our fuel because we didn't waste any boosting for long periods at the start, or trying to give some support to the drivers. We just allow them to drive their positions, and we got the win. So that technique is, there you see, 3-3-2 with hard tires in the middle. Normally it would be soft tires at the end, but because of the rain, so that's a 3-3-2. All right, so both drivers got the fastest lap time, so that's good. So this technique's pretty nice. The car performed pretty decent. We qualified in the top 10. We got some good pit time as well. Didn't suffer a breakdown. So I'm gonna keep testing this one. Maybe I can use it. In the GP events. Who knows? Let's go again. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed. Turn on your post notifications. Also leave a like on these videos. And if you have Discord, check out our official Discord server. The link is down in the description. Come and join our Discord. Yeah. Alright, so once again, as I said before, Perez is not too good for the Spa, and the Spa is a 6-lap race, so we can't use a 8-lap strategy for the Spa. So we're just gonna do this race real quick. Now for the Spa, it's pretty simple, 2-2-2 all day long. All right, so I have been normally I would be using 2-2-2. Conserve 1, boost 1, conserve 1, boost 1. So I'll start the conserve phase right here at the first lap, and I'll conserve my drivers for 1 lap. Then I'll boost the 2nd lap. Then I will go back to conserve for the 3rd lap. I'll boost the 4th lap and boost from there into the finish. That's a technique that I would normally use, but as of lately I have been switching it up a little bit, and I'm going to share that switch up technique with you, this boost period of technique with you. So we boost by pit, so we get a good clean break. There it is, and then we cut back down to conserve. Alright, so boost by pit to get that clean break, cut back down to conserve as we go back into pit. Rival went to hard tires, went to pit nice and early. I figured this is a bot. Only bots go to pit in the first lap on the Spa. So I've been using this technique to confuse the rivals a lot, because they're normally boosting in the 2nd lap while I'm not. I'm just there conserving while they're boosting away. Alright, so we're gonna cut down the 3rd lap as well. So people be wondering, when are you gonna boost then? Yeah, we're gonna boost from the 4th. So this technique is not the most effective when it comes to using up your fuel. However, it gives your drivers a strong final performance. So we're gonna start our boost phase right about here, and we're gonna start right about here with Perez, since he has a little extra fuel than Kimi. Then we're gonna put in our go to pit orders, and it gives your drivers a very strong final lap, final stint, very strong. So you'll see they're gonna pull away from the rest of the pack. Let's go cinematics. Enjoy this overtake that Perez will have on Kimi, if he can get around AI Kimi, that is. As you know, AI Kimi is the master at defending. There he is, blocking in. That corner is a nice overtaking corner. Not around AI Kimi. Perez working really hard here to get around AI Kimi. And yeah, that's just AI Kiwi for you. His spit time is really good as well. He's gonna come out on block. I knew it. Told you. So our Kimi has gotten first place. So let's watch Perez again. Trying to get around AI Kimi. He's spinning like one entire lap now. Finally did it. He launched to the inside there. Once you get the inside on that corner, then it's game over. You've got the overtaking done. Now to get around Max Verstappen, quick and fast, as Hamilton is in pit. Nice. So as I said, it gives you a dominant last lap, last stinge. Not necessarily the last lap, but the last portion of the race. Gives you a very dominant last stinge. And that's when it really counts. In the last stinge, normally Perez don't do good on the Spa, and here he is doing a 1-2 using this technique, this boost method of boost. So this video is compact with strategies and new techniques for you guys. Really appreciate you for all your support. Hopefully we get an 8-lap race now. For my best, this strategy that I'm about to share is my personal favorite strategy. You might see me use it a few times in videos, but this strategy is my personal favorite strategy out of all the techniques that I've been showing. Out of the 3-3-2 techniques that I've shared, this one is my personal favorite. Hopefully we get an 8-lap race. If not, then I'll have to forfeit and go again. $750 waiting for Lewis Hamilton. I was trying to push leagues last week, but I started late. I didn't catch up, so we're definitely going to be pushing leagues this week. Make it back up to Super Champions, and then push leagues next week to make it back up to Legends. Come on, we don't want Silverstone, we want an 8-lap race. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna forfeit this race, and then we're gonna go again and do it in a do it on a track that we're definitely going to be getting an 8-lap race on. So let's just forfeit this race. Alright, let me pause the video and I'll get back after this race, as I want the points for the league push. Alright, so let's go to a series that we know we will get a guaranteed 8-lap race. Wait, cancel. That's not what I want to do. Let's go series 8. There we know we'll get a guaranteed 8-lap race. Hopefully we do not get a Red Bull ring. Let's see if we're gonna get the Red Bull ring here. Oh man, this is crazy. Alright, I'm gonna pause the video one more time, get this race out of the way so I can get the points in. Alright, you know what, I'm just gonna forfeit. Yeah, I'm just gonna forfeit. Alright, let me just pause. Wet into dry. Alright, let me just pause and then I'll get back. Alright, so we managed to put some points on the board there. This is the stress that I go through each time I'm making a video. Hold up. This is the stress that I go through each time I'm making a video. So I thought that I would just share with you guys the stress is instead of I cut it out. I share with you guys the stresses that I go through to get the videos where I want them to be. Alright, so these are all 8-lap races. Please do not, no, we're not going to race there so we don't get Monaco. Alright, 8-lap, 6 lap. 8-lap, 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 8-lap. Nice. So all 8-lap races here. Let's go. Let's go use this technique, all 8-lap races. Hopefully we don't get a track like Mexico or Canada. Alright, Brazil. Nice. So this strategy is even better for a track like Brazil. Alright. So this technique now is, as I said, my personal favorite. I like to use this technique especially in competitive racing. It's really beautiful in competitive racing. It's going to be sunny and then a lot of rain. Oh well, so the technique is basically going for 3 laps on conserve on soft tires. Then you want to go for soft tires for 2 laps of boost. So you want to push those soft tires for 2 laps of boost, and then you want to come back to hard tires at the end of the 5th lap and boost to the finish from there. Now if your rival is going to go back to pit in the 6th lap into soft tires, you're going to be definitely overlapping him while he's in pit, and that's where the strategy, he's going to have to push like hell to catch up back to your drivers on those hard tires. Unless he's like way ahead in the lead and you're like way behind, then he would catch up, he would get the win. But if not, then the win would be in the bag for you. All right, so we're gonna do it here and come back to wet tires instead of hard tires. So we're gonna boost for 2 laps, which is gonna be our power lap. So we would go to pit in the 3rd here, and you want to let your drivers conserve all the way into pit. You just want to use that boost close to pit, and we can get 2 laps out of these soft tires before the rain comes into full effect at 50%. There goes the top guys going to pit, going to their wet tires, as we go back to soft tires for 2 quick laps. Kimi out there back in 3rd, rival is Kimi in wet or Perez in softs, as we're gonna boost now for 2 quick laps. So in the middle stinge here, which is your quick lap stinge, your drivers are just going to pick up positions left, right, and center. They're just going to be pushing very hard. They're going to be pushing and pushing for those 2 laps, and then they're going to come back. We would normally come back to hard tires here, but then we're going to just come back to wet tires because it's a dry and wet race. So on a normal circumstances, in a normal 8-lap race, you push the middle and then you come back to hard tires and then you push to the end. All right. Here you can see our Perez has caught up to Grosjean on his hard tires, and we're pushing, trying to get in front of Grosjean before we go to pit. Yep. And now Grosjean is going to come to pit right behind us on those hard tires. So we switched to wet. Normally we would have switched to hard there. So it works exceptionally well. This strategy works exceptionally well versus players that are doing one-stop strategies. So if you run into a player that's doing hard, this strategy works exceptionally well to counteract one-stop strategies. All right. Because by the time you go to pit, which would be most of the time in the 4th lap or in the 5th lap, you would have been doing a stinge on those soft tires that would have caught up. All right, and give you an advantage, give you a caught up, get by your rival, and give you a lead, so you can create some distance, so you can go back to pit and still be in the lead. Alright, so that's the power of this technique. It's I mostly use it for those purposes. If I'm going up against somebody and I see that they're using a one-stop strategy, then I'll draw for this technique here out of the arsenal of techniques to secure the win. Great race. So 1-4 and a awesome race. All right, so the code word for this video is going to be awesome races. So leave code word down below, awesome races, to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys for all your support. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me get this race grade. Alright, no bucks, so that's just a waste. Peace, guys. See you.